Hello and welcome back to my channel. We are going to do a little bit of meal prepping today because tomorrow, for me, I'm going to be starting a 6-week cleanse of gluten. Now, obviously, this is primarily because of my lipedema/lymphedema. They say you should not have inflammatory things. And I mean, I will say, based on a couple of things that have happened prior to this, I might definitely be gluten intolerant. I try to do whole wheat, my wraps that I love so dearly. I've talked about them so many times. They're whole wheat and I never really notice any bloating or anything, but it's kind of hard because sometimes I bloat with, too much protein. You get a little. But last week I made myself whole wheat pancakes and loved them. They were so great. I was like, let me just do this instead of having white flour. And that whole week I actually literally didn't eat anything super crazy like over calories or anything. And my stomach bloated so huge. I think I gained like 3 to 4 pounds and I was eating these pancakes every day. So I'm just gonna take that as I probably am, but for the next 6 weeks, we are going to completely cut out gluten. No whole wheat, no white flour, no nothing. Anything that has wheat in it, it's gone. And luckily we have pretty much purged everything in our fridge that has anything like that. The only thing that we really have left is pizza dough, which I'm gonna have tonight as my goodbye gluten kind of thing. But that's not what this is here about. Today I'm going to prep a couple things. We're gonna try some new recipes, as well as some things that I already know that I like that I wanna make sure I have for this first week. So hopefully every Sunday I'll probably do my meal preps, but I figured let's do this. We're gonna, where the hell's my voice going? We're gonna run through some recipes. I have a lot. I don't think I'm gonna get to them all just because I'm just trying to do some. The key things that I feel like I really need to focus on is having a breakfast, because I do feel like that is weirdly where I'm lacking, but nothing has fully changed. Most of my breakfast is tofu. The issue is the wraps. So today we're definitely gonna be trying to make our own tortillas, which is a little scary. We're gonna do oat flour tortillas. I have bought oat flour from Bob's, and I would say the other thing I want to make too, because sometimes I don't have enough time to make a whole little breakfast burrito before work. I'm gonna have pancakes hopefully that are also from oat flour that can just be in the fridge, ready if need be. One big thing that I know I am missing, and this is what I use for every run as fuel, is graham crackers. It might be a little weird, but it's the only thing I've noticed that I've been able to have before a run and not have any kind of stomach issues as far as just general discomfort, and as well as acid building up. So I definitely want to try to make a graham cracker because I do have a run coming up and I have nothing for that. I have been thinking, one thing, I used to try to do a bagel or something kind of bread like that, but I used to have such bad acid reflux, and I'm wondering, is that also my body reacting to the wheat? Maybe if I made gluten-free bagels it would be okay. I don't know. We'll see where I stand on making a bagel or something. It's, I would say, lower on the totem pole. I think I'd rather try to make the graham crackers just because they can also just be as a little snack or something. Another item that I've already done a few times now is TVP. I love me some TVP now. It is literally, if you want to save money and you don't want to buy the Gardein beef, don't get me wrong, I love it, but obviously it does have a lot of extra ingredients, and that's one thing I'm trying to also do is limit ingredients so that I can know exactly what I'm eating and not put anything too crazy into my stomach or just affect the lipedema. But I love this TVP, so I'm gonna batch make a little bit of it. It's so great, you can use it. I've made meatballs with it now. I like it for just ground beef. I would like to try to make it into a breakfast sausage. I don't know, we'll see. I definitely wanna batch make some TVP so I can have that for the week. I did try to freeze some. I don't know how that turned out yet. I'll have to see about that. And that's kind of the main things. If we have time, maybe I'll make a chicken nugget. If you don't know, I love me a Morningstar chicken nugget. 2 things happened. They are kind of expensive. They are not gluten-free. And actually, sorry, third thing, it also went up in calories. They repackaged the thing and changed the calories. But when looking at it, I can't see why the calories would have went up or what changed. So yeah, this also happened before to me. Field Roast made amazing hot dogs and they went up in calories, and I was like, yeah, no, can't happen. So when things like that happen to me, I just cut them out. I mean, do I miss having a Field Roast hot dog? Yes, but it's fine. It's been probably over a year now. The chicken nuggets though, however, I do miss because they were kind of an easy thing just to make and go. So I'm hoping I can make some and then freeze some, or make them and freeze them, and then they can just be ready to go like a Morningstar chicken. But we'll see. We'll see if we have time for that. I feel like the core thing is the tortillas. Now, if these tortillas turn out bad, I will say, I bought these yesterday. These are Mission's gluten-free. I used to eat the Mission whole wheat carb balance one, and I love those because the calories, were crazy. They were 60 calories for one little quesadilla, or not quesadilla, tortilla, sorry. The dietary fiber, through the roof, okay? Like low carb. This is 140 for one of these. Huh? I usually do 2 of the little ones. I don't even, and I will say, obviously, looking at this, I'm like, this is a lot of ingredients, you know? That's our goal. Keep the ingredients low. So I think we should probably, I either want to do the tortillas first or the graham crackers first. I'm gonna take a look at the recipe and see which one's gonna take longer to do, or like what needs longer, because I feel like the graham crackers obviously are gonna go in the oven. Everything else I'm gonna do is probably gonna be on the stove or in the air fryer. So let's look at that and then we'll go from there. So I think we're gonna start with the graham crackers first, just because they have the longest prep time. Like obviously you have to make them, and once you put them in the oven, they're just gonna sit there for like 15 minutes. But the tortillas have the longest, like actual having to cook it. It's gonna take, she said 50 minutes, because you have to do each one individually. So I think if we can start doing other things cooking while we do those, that'll probably be the best case scenario. So I'm gonna gather all these things for the graham crackers. I will say, already starting off bad, she wants molasses. I don't have molasses, so I'm gonna use maple syrup, because I asked Siri said, you can use that. So if it's wrong, if something turns out bad, it's Siri's fault. That's what we're gonna blame. I did not get to mention this earlier, but the only other switches that we're gonna also change besides the molasses is I'm also gonna use this that I got. It was on sale. Date sugar, I'm gonna switch to this instead. I don't know, I figure might as well. I'm gonna try to cut down as well as on sugar during this gluten cleanse, but that one, and then she wanted coconut oil. I'm gonna use the avocado butter that we have. I think we have, do we have coconut oil? You said yes. We do have coconut oil. The coconut oil is like an extra 20 calories. So this country crock butter is avocado oil. So that's somewhat better for me to have than other ones. Avocado oil, olive oil, that's about it. Coconut oil too, but we're gonna go with this. Let's get started. I forgot the flaxseed. Okay, so I don't really know what to do at this point, you guys, because her recipe says your dough should not feel tacky, sticking to your hands, or too dry, crumbly, but it should hold its form. If the dough appears too dry, it likely needs more mixing. If it feels sticky, it needs more oat flour. Here's my thing. Mine is now I just dropped a piece on the floor. It's super dry and like it's crumbly, so I'm supposed to roll this out. It's just gonna break. You probably can't see it, but it's just breaking. She doesn't tell you what to do to fix it. Just keep mixing. For how long? I'm not even mixing. I'm kind of like compacting it together because it can't mix anymore. So I'm not sure what to do, but I need to figure it out because I'm not wasting the oat flour or the sugar now, because those were the most expensive things in here. So like, I don't know how I'm supposed to like I literally, if I try to take this piece here and flatten it out, it just wants to like, they want to break apart really. None of it is like sticking together, and I'm not even thinking it has anything to do with the other stuff. I don't know what to do.
I'm coming over.
We're making little cookies now. I'm gonna take this little cookie cutter and I'm trying to make little circles. All right, here's the update. They're cut in circles. They're currently baking. She says 10 to 14 minutes, but since mine are like, not even like 1/4 the size of what she was predicting. I don't even know. She said 15 crackers. I have no clue. Just looking at the batter, if I could have rolled it out right, where I was gonna get 15 cute graham crackers from. So there's that. But I have them in there. They're in little circles, which is fine. Honestly, I don't care what shape they're in as long as they taste like graham crackers. One time I messed up Teddy Grahams. I made the most delicious little chocolate cereal bites ever. So I'm okay if they're not in graham cracker shape. Just want them to taste like one. So that's our hope. I will say, when stuff like this happens, I'm like, ooh, do I want to keep going and try something else? I mean, I know that's the whole point of this video, but like, you know what I mean? When you have one failure, kind of, you're like, should I really rope myself into doing something else? I think I'm gonna give it the 5-10 minutes and see how they come out. If they come out bad, then I will be a little bit more hesitant to make anything else. So I'm gonna take a minute while they cook I'm gonna get on my rebounder and bounce. And I'm gonna look at the other recipes, start wrapping my mind around that. All right, it's update time. I did a little bouncing. I'm gonna do the tortillas anyway. I'm not letting this beat me down. They are out. I'm gonna grab the two to show you. So we have this guy that burned and stunk up the whole place. And then we have these that turned out pretty nice. They look okay. I mean, should we taste test? Let's taste it. Here we go, are you ready? It just kind of sucks because it smells burnt in here. I'm gonna get that burnt one away. Graham cracker test.
Sounds like a biscuit.
Yeah, and it's not a graham cracker. Like I need to be having a spot or two with my mates. Like this is like when
See, I have coffee.
Here, try it. What's that aftertaste?
What?
Eat it. Do you feel like you're in Paris with our cousins?
I feel like I'm eating dry sand.
It's so bad.
It's not so bad. It's almost there.
It needs something.
It's there. It's missing something. A Scooby snack.
No, Scooby snacks don't taste this bad. Going the other way around. Let me pop a cracker.
I'm gonna pop a tooth. It's not bad. I think it tastes more
Cinnamon, right?
graham cracker taste.
Yeah, she said 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon.
Well,
my battery just said it died. It was exhausted. It literally said battery exhausted. So sorry, battery. But I'm hoping you didn't miss anything. We are now going to move on to the tortillas. Now, I said this in my other video. Sometimes you can't get the kids involved in the kitchen. These tortillas are very important to me that they turn out okay. So you guys are going to have to take a sideline. You're going to see me here. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to use. And I will see you at the end. I can't have kids getting involved. Do you understand? And I'm sorry. I don't want to be that kind of mother to you guys, but I have to be. I'm putting you on timeout. You're going to go on a trampoline intermission, okay? Your choice. You can bounce on the trampoline or you can go on the vibration plate. You pick. I don't care what you do, but you're gonna go on a bit of an intermission while I put my head down and focus because I cannot mess these up. Those, whatever, I don't really care. So here is what we will be using. The lady has two kind of them. She calls one oatmeal tortillas and oat flour. We're doing the oat flour. So we're gonna use 1 cup and 1/3 of this, which I feel like I've already used like all the bag and it upsets me, but I'm like, that went too fast on those. And then we're gonna use 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All these recipes keep calling for sea salt. We have this here because she has high blood pressure, so this one's a little bit better for her. So we just always use pink salt. So if I say I'm using salt, I'm using pink salt. Then we're gonna use 1.5 cups of water. Do take the time to appreciate how nice my measuring glass is. Pyrex, I don't know if you made other Star Wars stuff like this for measuring, but I need to find it because I love this thing. All right, I'm gonna get to work. I will see you children after your bounce break. Mom's taking you off the trampoline for a minute. Here's so far what I've made of the wraps. We have the first one, which is small, and then this one that broke. Oh, and now it's soggy because I let it sit on one side too long. I'll try this little piece that broke off. It don't taste like anything.
but do your wraps taste like anything?
No? What am I wrapping this with? I don't know. All right, get back on the trampoline. I'm not done yet. Just so this whole little meal prepping doesn't end on such a sour note, as the tortillas don't seem like they're going well, the cookies didn't go well, we're gonna do something that I do know goes well to end this off, and that is TVP. Literally, this is it. This is all you pretty much need to make the base for the TVP stuff. The last 2 times I've been doing it, I actually have been seasoning the broth as well, which I think helps. Usually, today I might not, but sometimes after I do it, I will like cook it and put seasonings in it. But since I'm gonna batch make it, I wanna leave it optional to like what I want the seasonings to be. So I'll just batch make it with just probably the broth and a little bit of seasonings in the broth. I'll probably just use paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, maybe a little chili powder, and umami seasoning. And then that is it. And we will end today as on a high, because I know I feel like I was gonna meal prep a ton, but I'm just gonna let Dushami figure that out. That's on her. Good luck, girl. You're gonna make those recipes maybe in real time, maybe not at all. So let's get making this TVP. I think I'm gonna do a double batch, so I'm gonna double the recipe. It's 3/4 cup and 2 tablespoons, which I don't even waste my time with getting the 2 tablespoons out anymore. First time I did it, I poured it in the measuring cup, and it's like literally right under 1 cup, so that's what I do. And then 1 cup of TVP. This for me is like $4.99. A bag of Gardein is $4.99 if you find it like at the cheapest price you can find it. I feel like $5 is like basic. $4.99 is like the cheapest that you can get it when it's on a sale, which isn't very often always. So this whole bag will make more than a Gardein bag. I feel like the serving that I'm gonna make now, the double, is 1 Gardein bag serving. And literally also it's just defatted soy flour. So just that. Gardein obviously has more things to preserve it, but since we're trying to keep anything that could inflame me down, so we're going with this. Also price. We're cheap here. As for broth, you can...
Wait, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I was trying to tell you.
As far as broth goes, you could honestly use any. We go with the Trader Joe's low sodium vegetable broth. Vegetable, obviously, because this is vegan. But we primarily go with this one because it is the lowest salt content that we have been able to find. Obviously, her with high blood pressure. Want to keep it low. If you don't have that problem, then I guess go for a higher one. But you really shouldn't, probably. Keep your salt down, people. All right, now let's get making it. This is 2 cups of TVP. I'm gonna take this out and dump it. I might have boiled a little bit too much away, but it's fine. Number 1 thing right now is give it a stir. As you can see, it's starting, but you don't want the stuff, not me going to my own food. I just don't like the texture of it when it's wet. That is gonna wrap up our meal prepping. That didn't turn out to be that good, but hey, that's kind of just it. So now pass it on, like I said, to future me. She's gonna figure it out and figure out what the hell to do with these ingredients that didn't, well, not turn out bad, but good luck on your run with no fuel, me. What the hell are you gonna do? I don't know.
You'll have to have a bagel.
So all the bagels in this house are not gluten-free, so she's just being mean. Like I said, that is for future me to deal with. The TVP came out good as always. Like I said, if you wanted to, you can literally just put this in a container, which is what I'll do. Put it in a container, call it a day. If you plan on eating it now, literally just throw it in a pan, season it up, because it is very soft. I just like to put it in the pan because it gives it more of a crisp to it. Like it's not like mushy soggy kind of. It's like kind of sounds like, oh, that's gross, but I mean, I feel like you could eat it like this. Like I think if we were to make chili, I'd probably maybe throw it in, but then again, I feel like I would probably try to crisp it up a little bit in the pan so it didn't like sog sitting in chili. I guess it would just depend. Obviously, there's different things you could do. I've made meatballs with these. That you would want to start doing right now as soon as you put the broth in. Speaking of that, next week, I'm gonna take you through me trying to eat gluten-free for the first full week. There, we'll probably maybe do some meatballs. Obviously, like I said, I gotta figure out the food because guess what? As of now, my prepping didn't come to fruition. So there's that. But I do hope you guys...
Can we stop that over there? Excuse me. Can we stop?
He's eating strings, which might as well what I should probably, seems like I should do. If you do have any recipes or products that I should try that are both gluten and vegan, gluten-free and vegan, feel free to leave them down below. As you know, I am always open to being a guinea pig here on this channel. I will pretty much try it. I don't really care, especially at this point, because obviously being gluten-free is one limitation. Being vegan is another limitation. I'm deciding I'm gonna put them together. So, you know, I wanna make my life as hard as possible, but in the end, I'm hoping it will all be worth it. That is it for this week. I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you soon. Till then, roll the outro.